Good morning, Orange County. Welcome back to Daybreak OC. The time now 6:41. I'm Shali Zamarodi.
And I'm Pete Weitzer. It is Thursday, May 29th. We said before financial advice couldn't be more timely. I'll tell you something else that's timely is having the proper materials to get a job.
Yes.
The first thing employers look at when they fill open positions for a job is your resume.
They do.
Yes. How to best prepare that resume, how to best deliver that resume. We are joined right now by a man who knows.
Eric Hilden.
Eric Hilden.
Yes,
Thank
from
you.
OC Resume Services. Good morning. Thanks for being with
Thank
us. We were talking about the days of these paper resumes.
Right.
They're gone.
They are gone.
Oh, you should have.
There is still a good reason to have them. Whenever you're meeting face to face, if you are going where you're going to meet employers, possibly at a job fair, if you're going to go and see employers in a networking function, you definitely want to bring a paper copy. You're not going to be transmitting it via text, email, and all of that just yet. But that definitely is where we're headed. What I usually try to do in terms of taking a look at the resume is really starting at the big picture and introduce you as a professional. And that really is what you try to do and convey.
In the resume or the cover letter?
And I get that question all the time. I think things have shifted from where they have been in the past.
Combine the two.
And what you need to do absolutely is you need to try to get as much detail, as much of your value on that resume, and the cover letter can be an addendum to that. My personal recommendation is that not a lot of employers really spend a lot of time on that cover letter. So you want to include as much as you can on the resume, your value, your skills, your accomplishments.
So whereas there used to be the top line was the job you're looking for, now maybe it's a little narrative, maybe it's a paragraph?
There's all sorts of different ways that you can format the layout, and those are choices. If somebody tells you there's one way to do the resume, I always say there are many ways. Don't lock yourself in.
I've heard two different things when it comes to references on resumes. Some say include them, some say, upon request. Is there a right way to do it?
I often recommend don't adding the actual references on your resume.
Why not?
It really takes away and distracts. The main focus of the resume needs to be what your skills, what your value is to that employer.
It's not about the people that you know, because if I look down at someone's resume and I'm like, oh, you know Steven Spielberg?
Right.
You got the job.
Right.
No?
You're going to add that somewhere.
Okay.
If you want to add that in that cover letter, that's probably a good way to get that narrative that you have a connection to that company, to the industry. But really, that resume should speak about you and your value.
So we've established definitely the digital copy. And one of the great things about email, it's less obtrusive. People are busy. So you email the resume. Then the same question always comes up.
What?
When do you follow up?
Oh, you've got to follow up immediately. There's no chance
that day. Did you get it?
You've got to follow up either that day or the next day, ideally within a couple days. You've got to send a thank you response, thank you email. You've got to thank you. You've got to actually add a little bit more emphasis on some points that you wanted to make. Just emphasize the points in that thank you follow-up that reminds them that you're a valuable candidate.
Real quick, are there popular websites that are working right now to be able to post your resume on and they're getting job bites from it?
What are the best?
Probably. I actually tend to recommend staying away from posting the online resume.
Oh, okay.
Mainly because a lot of people end up doing it. You end up getting a lot of responses from positions that just don't really match what you're looking for. I often recommend going directly to the employer website, posting it on the career section. A couple websites that I recommend all the time for the job search in general are Indeed.com and SimplyHired.com. And those two are great.
The first one was Indeed.
Indeed.
Indeed.com. At what point do you use final question, the old school communication? We say follow up. Do you follow up with a phone call? Or do you follow up with a handwritten, thank you for...
In these times with email, you're going to probably end up with an email follow-up. It always is best if you can get somebody on the phone, though. If you can establish that rapport, that relationship, you're going to be in with them.
Okay, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Eric Hilden is the name. He's from Orange County Resume Services. Really appreciate you coming in.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, learning, got to get this stuff online.
You got to get the interview. From there, it's up to you.
Yeah, exactly. All right, time now to check.